Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lost Comedy Special of Bill Hicks, your favorite misanthropic, truth-telling comedian. I'm your host, the man himself, Bill Hicks, and I'm here to tickle your funny bone and shake your soul. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, who the hell is this guy? Well, let me tell you, I'm the guy who's going to make you laugh until you cry and then cry until you question your very existence. I'm the guy who's going to take all the bullshit you've been fed your whole life and spit it back in your face with a big old grin. I'm the guy who's going to challenge your beliefs, shake you to your core, and then send you home with a new perspective on life. So buckle up, folks, because we're in for a wild ride. We're going to talk about everything from politics to religion to sex and drugs. And no, not in that order. But hey, who needs order when you got chaos, am I right? So let's raise a glass to the freaks and the weirdos, the outcasts and the rebels. Let's celebrate the human spirit in all its messy, beautiful imperfections. And above all, let's never forget that laughter is the best medicine, even if it does give you a little indigestion sometimes. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road, and remember, if at any point you feel offended or uncomfortable, just remember, it's just a joke. Or is it? All right, I gotta address this. I've been hearing some rumors going around that I'm actually Alex Jones in disguise. First of all, let me tell you, that's ridiculous. I mean, have you heard that guy? He's like a southern fried carnival barker screaming about globalist conspiracies and turning the friggin' frogs gay. I'm a comedian, not a raving lunatic. And secondly, why would I want to be Alex Jones? That guy's got more loose screws than a hardware store. No offense to any hardware stores out there. But seriously, folks, let's put this rumor to rest. I am Bill Hicks, and that's all there is to it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go back to spreading truth and lighting up the stage. Hey folks, you know what I don't believe in? God. You know what I do believe in? The human spirit and nachos. I mean, come on, who doesn't love a good plate of nachos? But seriously, life is all about experiencing the ups and downs, the love and laughter, and the occasional fart joke. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. And let me tell you, there's nothing more beautiful than a fart joke that hits just right. So don't be afraid to laugh, love, and be yourself. Embrace the unknown, even if it's just trying a new kind of hot sauce. And always remember, the truth may hurt, but so does a really spicy burrito. But both are worth it in the end. So go out there and live your truth, folks. Just maybe bring a pack of breath mints along for the ride. Well, folks, here we are. The world is changing faster than we can keep up. We've got robots driving our cars, drones flying in our skies, and now we've got weed legalized in some parts of the country. It's like the whole world has gone mad. But hey, at least we can all get high together. Am I right? But seriously, let's talk about weed. I mean, I've always been a fan, but I never thought I'd see the day when it would be legal. I mean, back in my day, we had to hide our stash in the woods like some kind of drug-dealing squirrels. But now, you can walk into a dispensary and buy a pre-rolled joint like you're buying a pack of gum. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I mean, if alcohol can be legal, why not weed? Alcohol has killed more people than weed ever will, and it's not even close. And let's be real, getting drunk is way more dangerous than getting high. I mean, have you ever seen someone smoke too much weed and start a bar fight? I didn't think so. And you know what else? Weed makes everything better. You can watch a bad movie and suddenly it's hilarious. You can eat a bag of chips and feel like you're at a 5-star restaurant. It's like a magical herb that makes life a little bit more fun. But I do have to admit, I'm a little jealous of the younger generation. They get to enjoy legal weed without all the paranoia and fear that we had to deal with. Back in my day, if a cop pulled you over and smelled weed, you were screwed. Nowadays, they just ask if you have any edibles to share. But let's not forget the real reason why we're legalizing weed: money. Let's be real. The government doesn't care about our health or our happiness. They care about their bottom line. They see the tax revenue that can be made from legal weed, and they're salivating like a pack of hungry wolves. But hey, if it means we can all smoke weed and not worry about getting arrested, then I'm all for it. Just remember to stay responsible and not let it consume your life. Because let's face it, there's nothing worse than a lazy stoner who just sits on the couch all day watching reruns of The Price is Right. Speaking of The Price is Right, I hear they've got Drew Carey hosting it now. What, was Bob Barker not available? Did he finally get tired of telling people to spay and neuter their pets? I mean, I'm all for animal rights and everything, but Bob was starting to sound like a broken record. But seriously, I think Drew is doing a good job. He's got that everyman charm that makes him relatable to the audience. And let's be real, it's not like he's doing Shakespeare up there. He's just telling people to guess the price of a toaster or something, It's not exactly rocket science, but hey, at least Drew has some hosting experience. Remember when they had Rosie O'Donnell fill in for Bob Barker? Now that was a disaster. It was like watching a kindergarten teacher try to host a game show. So yeah, I'd say Drew is doing just fine. And if he ever needs any advice, he knows where to find me, ... in the afterlife. Well, folks, let's talk about sex, baby. Now, I know some of you are probably getting all hot and bothered just hearing those words, but let me tell you, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, sure, it feels good and all that, but let's be real. It's not exactly rocket science. I mean, most animals can figure it out, and they don't even have the internet to watch porn. And don't even get me started on all the weird stuff people are into these days. I mean, have you seen some of the stuff on the internet? It's like everyone's trying to one-up each other with the kinkiest, freakiest, most outlandish sex acts they can come up with. But here's the thing, folks. We're all human, and we all have our needs. So if you want to get your freak on, go ahead and do it. I don't know about you, but I like my sex like I like my comedy. Raw, honest, and unapologetic. And now, folks, it's time for a quick word from our sponsor. I know, nobody likes these breaks, including me. But let's face it, we need to pay the bills around here. And that's why we've got to play ball with the advertisers. They pay the bills, they keep the lights on, and they allow us to bring you this content. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, Bill, what the hell are you doing? You're a rebel, a maverick, a truth teller. You shouldn't be selling out to the man. And you know what? You're right. I hate doing these ads. I hate taking a break from the conversation we're having to talk about some product or service that I probably don't even use. But at the same time, I realize that we're all caught up in this system, and it's not easy to break free. We've got to pay the rent, buy food, take care of our families, and unfortunately, money makes the world go round. So, if you'll bear with me for just a few moments, I promise to make this as painless as possible. And hey, who knows, maybe one of these products will actually be something you need or want. Just remember to think for yourself, and don't let the advertisers tell you what you should or shouldn't do or buy. And now, back to the show. Thanks for listening and supporting us, and let's keep the conversation going. I'm supposed to sit here and promote this herbal tea like it's the second coming of Christ? Sorry, folks, but I can't just spout off some marketing BS and pretend like it's the answer to all your problems. The only thing this tea will do is help you hydrate and maybe give you a little boost of natural energy. If you want real solutions, you've got to do the work. You've got to look within and find your own path. And maybe, just maybe, this tea can be a small part of that journey. But don't expect it to be a magic cure-all. That's just another lie they want you to believe. And now back to the show. Thanks for listening and supporting us, and let's keep the conversation going. You know what's interesting about advertising? It's this whole industry built on trying to convince you that you're not good enough, that you're not happy enough, that you need this product or that service to be complete. But the truth is, you are complete. You are enough. You don't need the latest gadget or the fanciest car or the trendiest clothes to be happy. Happiness is an inside job, folks. It's not something you can buy. It's not something that can be sold to you. So don't let them convince you otherwise. Don't buy into their lies. Live your life on your own terms and find happiness in the things that truly matter. Y'all ever notice how we're all just chasing our tails, trying to get ahead in life? We're like hamsters on a wheel, except instead of food pellets, we're chasing after money, success, and happiness. And you know what? It's all a bunch of bullshit. That's right, I said it. We're living a lie, people. And you know why it hurts to hear that? Because it's like we've been slapped in the face with a cold, hard fish. But guess what? We need that fish slap. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. Or in my case, herbal tea. We need to stop chasing after things that won't bring us true fulfillment and start living a life with purpose. Because when we finally accept the truth, we can start making a real difference in the world. We can start spreading love and compassion and not just STDs. Sorry, too far? All right, but you get my point. Don't be afraid of the truth, people. Embrace it like a long-lost cousin at a family reunion. Because when you do, you'll finally be free. Free to live your life on your own terms, free to follow your own path, and free to tell those damn advertisements to shove it. Sometimes I wonder what the earth would say if it could speak. Would it look at us with awe and admiration for all our accomplishments? Or would it shake its massive crust and exclaim, "What have you done to me, you parasitic little virus with shoes?" And as the earth groans under the weight of our endless consumption and destruction, we sit around patting ourselves on the back, congratulating ourselves on our ingenuity and progress. But really, we're just a virus. a disease that's spread across the surface of the planet. Maybe it's time we stop pretending we're so damn special and start working to cure ourselves of this destructive affliction. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a comedian. I'll leave the existential crises to the experts. In the meantime, let's all have a drink and try not to think about the inevitable collapse of human civilization. Cheers! I don't know about you folks, but I'm tired of all these positive vibes and lovey-dovey sentiments. Look around you, we're a virus with shoes. We're infecting the planet and each other with our greed and stupidity. And don't even get me started on those damn Crocs. It's time we wake up and realize our destructive potential before it's too late. And if that means kicking a few people in the shins to get their attention, then so be it. People always ask me, Bill, why are you so hard on humanity? And to that I say, I'm not hard on humanity. I just don't buy into this whole superiority complex that we humans have. We act like we're the kings of the world, but in reality we're all just a bunch of walking disasters waiting to happen. And that's okay. That's what makes us all equal. We all suck in our own unique ways. Some of us suck at relationships, some of us suck at our jobs, and some of us suck at just being decent human beings. But that's what makes life so interesting, right? We're all on this journey together, trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. So let's embrace our suckiness and enjoy the ride. So I was sitting there with my buddy Kevin. We were tripping balls on acid, and suddenly it hit us like a ton of bricks. Everything we knew to be true, all our beliefs and perceptions, were just constructs of our limited human minds. We were just vessels, conduits for the energy of the universe. I looked over at Kevin and said, dude, we're all just one consciousness, man. We're all connected. We're just different expressions of the same energy, man. And Kevin, he looked back at me with this big old grin on his face and said, Bill, we are the imagination of ourselves, man. We create our own reality. And then we just started laughing and laughing, like we were the only ones in on the joke. And then we turned on the TV and there was Tom with the weather and we just lost it. We were like, what the hell is the weather, man? It's all just energy, man. And that's when we knew we had truly found enlightenment. In a tiny little apartment, tripping on acid with Tom with the weather as our guru. It's like we're all strapped in, heading towards the big unknown, this crazy roller coaster ride we call life. And we're all just screaming and laughing and holding on for dear life, convinced that this ride is all there is. But some of us, man, some of us have taken a step back and realized that we're not just passengers. We're the ones running the damn ride. We're the ones making the twists and turns, controlling the ups and downs, and for what? For the thrill? For the power? For the money? It's time we stop killing the people who remind us that it's just a ride and start enjoying the damn thing before it's over. Now, who's with me? Whoa, hold up there, buddy. I couldn't quite hear you over the sound of my own brilliance. What's that you're saying? Oh, you're heckling me? Well, that's just precious. You know, I've been doing this for a while now, and I've heard every heckle in the book. You suck. You're not funny. Get off the stage. It's all just so predictable, you know. But you, my friend, you're different. You're special. You really went out on a limb with that one. I mean, boo? That's the best you could come up with? That's like heckling someone with a limp handshake. It's just sad. But you know what? I'm not mad. In fact, I feel sorry for you. I mean, what kind of life must you lead to find joy in heckling a stranger in a comedy club? Do you go to the zoo and make fun of the animals too? Listen, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. Just come see me after the show and we'll work through your issues together. But for now, I've got a job to do. And that job is to make these good people laugh. Hey, what's the deal, man? You come to my show, pay your hard-earned money, and then heckle me? You think you're better than me or something? You think you know more about life than I do? Well, let me tell you something, pal. I've been around the block a few times, and I've seen some things that would make your head spin. I've seen the darkness that lies within the human heart, and I've seen the light that shines within the human soul. And let me tell you, it ain't pretty. But you know what? I still have hope. I still have faith in humanity. I still believe that we can make this world a better place if we all just pull together and work towards a common goal. And that goal is love. Love for each other, love for the planet, love for ourselves. It's not rocket science, people. So if you're here to heckle me, I suggest you save your breath. Because I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to let you bring me down. I'm going to keep on spreading my message of love and truth no matter what. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Because I'm Bill Hicks, and I don't back down from a challenge. So bring it on, motherfucker. You know, people always ask me why I sound so bitter on stage, but I'll tell you, it's not bitterness. It's truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. But it's better than living a lie. Walking around with a fake smile plastered on your face, pretending everything's okay. That's not living, that's dying slowly. So yeah, I'm bitter, I'm cold, I'm cruel, but I'm also alive, and I'd rather be alive and honest than dead and lying to myself. I mean, imagine it, folks. Exploring space together as a unified race in peace. We could encounter new species and worlds and work together to advance humanity's knowledge and understanding of the universe. But no, we have to spend trillions of dollars on weapons of destruction and fighting among ourselves. It's like we're stuck in a perpetual state of adolescence, unable to grow up and realize the potential of our species. But don't worry, I'm sure that missile defense system will keep us safe from the aliens, right? So, folks, let me tell you about this journey we call life. It's like a trip to Vegas, right? You start off all hopeful, thinking you're going to hit the jackpot and become a millionaire overnight. But then you get sucked into this cycle of losing money, drinking too much, and waking up next to someone you don't remember meeting. And just like that, you're right back where you started, broke and miserable. But hey, don't despair. There's more to life than money and material possessions. It's all about the journey, man. The ups and downs, the twists and turns. It's like a roller coaster, except you don't have to pay $20 for the privilege of getting sick to your stomach. And let me tell you, the journey can get pretty damn weird. Sometimes you find yourself wandering down a dark alleyway, wondering how the hell you got there. Other times you're in a crowded room, feeling like you're the only sane person in the joint. But that's just life, my friends. We've been programmed by society to think that success is all about money and power. But the truth is, success is about doing what you love and being happy. And if that means spending your days playing video games and eating pizza, then damn it, that's what you should do. So let's all embrace our weirdness, our quirks, our flaws. Let's be ourselves and stop trying to fit into some predetermined mold. Let's make mistakes, take risks, and have some damn fun. And remember, folks, we're all on this journey together. So let's help each other out, lend a hand when we can, and share a laugh or two. Because in the end, that's what life is all about. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll hit the jackpot. You know, folks, I was just thinking about the state of our world today. It seems like everything is just so polarized, so black and white. But the truth is, life is never that simple. Life is a journey, a process of growth and discovery. And that's why I've always been fascinated by the human experience. We are capable of so much, and yet we're held back by our own limitations. We're capable of creating beautiful works of art, building towering skyscrapers, and exploring the vastness of space. But we're also capable of hate, violence, and destruction. I believe that our true potential lies in our ability to love, to create, and to connect with each other. We're all just tiny little specks in this vast universe, but together we can create something truly amazing. Now, I know that sounds a little cheesy, but bear with me. I truly believe that we can make a difference in this world, but we have to start by changing ourselves. We have to be willing to step outside of our comfort zones and challenge our own beliefs. And that's where comedy comes in. You see, comedy is not just about making people laugh. It's about challenging the status quo, questioning authority, and speaking truth to power. I remember when I first started doing stand-up, I was just a kid with a dream. I wanted to make people laugh, sure, but I also wanted to make them think. I wanted to challenge their beliefs and maybe even change their minds. And you know what? I think I did just that. I may not have been the most popular comedian out there, but I spoke my truth and I never compromised my beliefs. And I think that's what people respected about me. But you know what's really funny? Even after all these years, even after I'm gone, my message still resonates with people. People still come up to me and say, "Bill, you were ahead of your time. You were a true visionary." And you know what? I don't think I was ahead of my time. I think I was just tapping into something that was always there. Something that people have always known deep down inside. And that's the power of comedy, folks. It has the ability to tap into our collective consciousness and bring us together. It has the ability to make us laugh, make us think, and make us feel connected. So, my message to all of you is this.
Keep laughing, keep questioning, and keep spreading love. We may not be able to change the world overnight, but we can certainly make it a better place, one joke at a time.
As I stand here today, I can't help but reflect on those words I spoke so many years ago. I left in love, in laughter, and in truth, and wherever truth, love, and laughter abide, I am there in spirit. And you know what? That still holds true today. It's the one constant in this ever-changing, chaotic world we live in. Living in truth is not always easy, my friends. It takes courage, it takes conviction, and it takes a willingness to stand up for what you believe in, no matter the cost. But in a world where lies and deception are all too common, living in truth is more important than ever. And love, oh love, it's the one thing that can conquer all. It's what binds us together as human beings, and it's what gives us hope for a better tomorrow. We must never forget the power of love, for it is what will guide us through the darkest of times. And of course, laughter. Oh, how we need laughter in this world. It's the one thing that can cut through the tension, the fear, and the anger. It's the one thing that can bring us together, no matter our differences. So let us never forget to laugh, my friends, for it is what keeps us human. So as I leave this stage once again, I urge you all to remember these three things: truth, love, and laughter. Hold them close, let them guide you, and never forget that wherever truth, love, and laughter abide, I am there in spirit.